Hi, this is Freya with another singing tip. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today I want to talk about how can you get a louder voice, because a lot of times singers think, well, I can sing fine, but I think my voice is just not loud enough. How to fix this problem? If you want to find out, stay tuned. Now, before I get into any technical stuff, let me say a few things. Now, first of all, remember your vocal cords consist of muscles. So one component of being able to sing louder is certainly training. It's not going to happen overnight. So your overall volume will really increase with training. I used to have not a strong voice at all when I was younger. And I could sing very well, but I did not have a very strong and loud voice. However, over the years, this really changed just because I trained so much, and I trained in opera for many years, and then I trained just by singing in bands and in combos and with orchestras, and my voice became stronger. So that's one big element of what it's going to take for your voice to get stronger one day. Also, what I realized is that the healing in my voice, like after I sang a whole lot, or after I have a cold that also goes onto my vocal cords, the healing time is so much shorter because my vocal cords are trained and those muscles are always being worked. So don't underestimate the fact of just working those muscles and always using them. So, having said that, let's talk about how to increase your volume. A lot of times, even when you sing with a mic, you may have the feeling that your dynamic range, like you can sing softly, but you can't really get extremely loud. And while it's good to have a large dynamic range, which means to be able to get soft and loud, you need to be very careful because you should not sing unsupported. And so here is the first element. The first element of being able to sing louder is definitely support, 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 support. Now, in order to support really, really well, make sure whenever you inhale, your ribs go way out, like your tummy, your back, everything that's around your lungs needs to expand. And then when you breathe out, don't collapse. Try to hold those muscles in place. And what this will do is it will increase the pressure of that air column that passes through the vocal cords. And that will help you produce a much louder note. Let me demonstrate to you. So if I just really, if I'm too relaxed, and if I went any louder now, I would put a lot of strain on my vocal cords because I did not support. Now, just by raising myself up, standing straight, and really expanding the ribs and holding my midsection very tightly, I can really increase the volume. Just by getting that breathiness out of your pitch, you already have so much more oomph, you have so much more energy, and it just cuts through so much more. Now, the next element that's really important is resonating space, and that's one thing that a lot of singers underestimate, because you see, in the end, it's not about how loud you can be, like in decibels, but what frequencies you can produce that really cut through it all. For example, when you sing with a band or an orchestra, like all these instruments that play around you, you need to be able to produce frequencies with your voice that cut through so that you can still be heard above all that. And that's the main reason why you want to sing louder or sing with better frequencies. That way you can be heard. And I have experienced it in my life many times that the director initially thought, well, I don't know if your voice will be loud enough over the orchestra, but you know what? I had a tenor standing right beside me, and he was so incredibly loud when you stood right beside him. Like, I mean, really loud. It was like deafeningly loud. But whenever you heard the recording afterwards, or the video recording of the whole concert or the opera, it was like you could hear my voice above his voice. Like it had those frequencies that cut through, and you could hear it over the whole orchestra. And his voice, though it was loud when you stood right beside him, it didn't cut through. And that's so important. So what you need to do in order to get those really necessary and important frequencies to cut through, to be above, is, and I have a video about the ping in your voice, that's really the main thing. You need to make sure that, first of all, your jaw is relaxed, because when you don't relax your jaw, the space that's inside of your mouth it can't be a rounded space. It's very tense, and it just doesn't make a round space. And in order for you to have a lot of resonating space, you need to be able to have a round space. Like your jaw shouldn't be opened actively, but you should just let it fall. And then also relax your tongue, relax your jaw, just let it fall, let gravity take it. And so the difference between just being tense, yeah, it's like I could try to get louder and put strain on my vocal cords, but it still wouldn't cut through. I would just hurt myself. But if I relax here, yeah, it just produces much more of those frequencies that really cut through. It has a lot more overtones, which gives the tone a lot more brilliance and brightness, and that's what's going to be heard, and that's what everybody wants to hear, right? Now, another important thing is to not push on your throat. Don't just push your vocal cords. Try to have a bright vowel. So whenever you think you're not quite cutting through, try to change your vowel around just a little bit, and it really helps sometimes. Just let's take the song Rather Be. Okay, it goes really high, and it goes on those no, 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 no place I'd rather be, no, 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 no. So I'm probably not in the right key. It's, I think, a little bit higher, but the thing is that no, 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 those high pitches right there, they can get so much easier if you just change the vowel around to where it's very open. And let me just show you the difference. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. Now let me open it up. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. So, I mean, I'm not going to be that loud if I really did it. But if I would really wanted to get loud and cut through, I would just have to change the no to no. Just open it up more, and that way you have so much more resonating space, and the sound can travel into your head and all those nice cavities in there. And that's really the secret to being more efficient with your voice. And what you want to do all the time is, no matter whether you sing loud or softly, you want to save any energy. You want to save your vocal cords from having to do too much work, because these are the components that wear out the quickest and the fastest and the easiest, and these are the parts of your voice that wear out the quickest, and they're very fragile. So you want to be very careful on those right here, and instead increase your workload on like your support, your abs. They can do tons of work, and it's not going to hurt anything. And also your resonating space. Just be intelligent about it and about the sound. So these were my tips about how to increase your volume, which sometimes is really necessary in order to be heard. Another thing that I'm going to say, just be careful. A lot of my students, they sing with bands, and what I notice all the time and what they tell me is just like a lot of times the key they sing it in it is too low, and then when you have to sing low all the time, it's really hard to be heard over the rest of the musicians. You really need to be sure that you're singing it in a key that's right for you. That way you can even have that ping. Otherwise, you're gonna sing yourself to death if you're no, 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 no. And if you just push on those lower frequencies quite a lot, it's really hard to cut through. So make sure you don't sing too low. And also, and that's something, I don't know, a lot of musicians, and to me a good band is one that plays together, not competing with each other. And a lot of times it seems like whenever you play with other musicians, everybody just wants to be heard and everybody just wants to get even louder and play up a storm on their own instrument, but they don't listen to one another and they don't listen to the whole overall sound. So I hope these tips could help you a little bit today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and don't forget to check back next Tuesday. I upload another video about how to sing that song, and of course every Friday I have my singing tips. And if you have not already, subscribe to my channel. I would really love it if you left me a comment or something like that. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget, always keep a song in your heart and always keep on singing. Bye.